helpful, the music rocks, and your kids will have a blast. We hope to see you this Sunday at Catalyst Church, 13th and Hermosa in Artesia. Go Bulldogs!
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gill with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground. So come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are here live for game number 2. First pitch is low and away as the pitcher for the Artesia Bulldogs is Michaela Morion. And we got the lineups late for me, so I'm going to have to be kept playing catch up. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss as Tegan Faust is the batter, batting from the left side. So the count now 1-1 on Faust. On deck is Cashlyn Fraze, and in the hole, Adriana Garcia. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Got her to chase an outside pitch there, did Morion. So the count 1-2, the pitch bounces up there outside, ball 2. The catcher for the Bulldogs is Kenna Morrison. So a new battery mate here. Battery mates. Chopper to the left side. That's going to be Aguilar. Picks it up playing third, and that's an out. Good play there by Perseus Aguilar, who's moved from catcher to third base here in this ball game, and charges up on that slow chopper and fires it to first base. 5-3 the put out, and that is out number 1. And that brings to the plate number 7, Cashlyn Fraze, the center fielder for the Portales Rams. Here's the wind in the pitch. Inside, ball 1. As Morion gets her pitch, that's going to be called. Strike 1, caught the inside corner. 1-1 now the count on Fraze. Next pitch called, strike 2, hit the spot. Boy, Kenna Morrison had set up on that outer half of the plate, and Morion put it right there for called. Strike 2, 1-2 now the count. Chopper foul right down, straight down, so just a foul ball. 1-2 the count remains. On deck is Adriana Garcia, I think, number 14. Pitch, goes behind the batter. Got away from Michaela. So 2-2 now the count after that ball. She gets her pitch from the dugout. Wide and the pitch. Foul ball again. Back toward the screen. So everybody reset now. The wind and the pitch. Strike 3 calls. And that is out number 2 on the K. And that does bring number 14 to the plate, Adriana Garcia, for the Portales Rams.
Now that is Adriana Garcia, number 14.
So 2 down. We're in the top of the first. Game 2. The Artesia Bulldogs won game 1 by a score of 17-0 on a walk-off 3-run shot by the catcher in game 1, Perseus Aguilar. She hit for the cycle. If you're just joining us, you missed a tremendous offensive output by the Bulldogs. And 1-0 pitch, strike 1 called to Adriana Garcia. On deck is Kinsey Rowland, and in the hole, Olivia Gonzalez for the Rams. 1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Game 2, that pitch is low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, she foul tipped it, and it goes out of the glove of Morrison. So she stays alive, and then the ball goes out to center field. So we'll chase that down. All right, so 2-2 the count as Morion looks over to the dugout, as does Morrison, the catcher. They get their pitch, and she's ready to go. Here's the wind in the pitch, setting up in that outside corner. It's low for ball 3. I think it's 3. So 3-2, or is it 3-1? Is it full count? Yep, full count. 2 down. Here's the wind in the pitch, and she walked her, missed away. So the first base runner on a walk with 2 outs. And now the Portales coach calls a time, and we're going to do something. Oh, we're going to have a courtesy runner. So coming in will be number 2, Abby Marcus. Going to run for the pitcher, Garcia, Adriana Garcia. All right, so stepping in will be the third. Actually, Kenzie's playing short catcher. Kenzie Rowland steps in. And that's a chopper to the left side, base hit. And coming in quickly is Tucker to hold the runner at second base, but there's your first hit of the ball game. And so with 2 outs, Rowland gets a single, and the Taos Rams have runners at first and second. And coming to the plate will be, and another courtesy runner for the catcher is number 4, Emma Baca. And now to the plate, number 3, Olivia Gonzalez, playing out in right field. And she's got a chance here for an RBI as she's got a runner in scoring position. Pitch, strike 1 called. Good pitch there by Morion. So 0-1 the count. The next pitch called strike 2. Good fastball on the outside corner of the plate. So down quickly 0-2 with runners at first and second is Olivia Gonzalez. She steps back in on the right side. Morion with the pitch from the dugout and the windup. A little high and outside, ball 1. 1-2 now the count. On deck is Cydia Aguirre, and there's a base hit down the left field line. And will they hold the runner? They do. I said a base hit would score a run, but getting there quickly was Tucker. So the base is now loaded for the Portales Rams, and that is back-to-back singles. And they are threatening here early in the ball game with the bases all juiced up, and at the plate is number 15, Cydia Aguirre. Here's the wind in the pitch. Called. Strike 1 on the outside corner. On deck is Bailey Hindenlighter, the DP, and in the hole, Kaysen Mitchell, playing first base here in Game 2. Right back to the pitcher. She's going to come home with it for the easy force out. So getting out of the jam is Michaela Morion, but there were 2 hits. There were 3 runners left. There were no runs. And there was no errors. The Bulldogs and the Portales Rams tied here after 1/2 inning has been played in game number 2. 0-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor.
Around town.
Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here for the bottom half of the first inning as Riley Crandall will step in. Facing number 14, the pitcher. It's a ground ball to the right side. The second baseman is right there, had played her perfectly, right over near the first baseman. And that is out, number 1 on the ground out. 4-3 for out number 1. So that'll bring number 2, Presley Skinner, to the plate, the center fielder for the Artesia Bulldogs. Also batting from the left side. And the pitcher, number 14, that's a deep shot, and I'm going to say that's gone, and it's way out. So Presley hits a bomb over the center field fence on the first pitch she sees. And that's the first run of the ball game. Single RBI there for Presley as she bats herself in on the big shot over center field for the home run. And that'll bring Morion to the plate. Michaela can help her own cause here. She's the pitcher of record here in game number 2. Where's number 11 on her white jersey? And she'll step in on the right side. Bulldogs now lead 1-0 after 1 1/3 inning have been played. We're in the bottom of the first with 1 out. On deck is the extremely hot at the plate Perseus Aguilar. Here's the pitch from the lefty and called strike 1. That was strike 1. And so Adriana Garcia, the pitcher. Next pitch, inside and hits her. So that's a hit by pitch. She'll trot down. As the left-hander brought that one a little high and tight, and it got one off to look like it went off her shoulder. But Morion didn't even flinch. She jogs down, and that'll bring the third baseman here in game number 2, Perseus Aguilar, to the plate. 4 for 4 in the game 1. Single, double, triple, home run is how she did it. Batted for the cycle. 5 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Here's the pitch. Good pitch by the lefty. Called strike 1. Caught the outside corner. On deck is the catcher, Kenna Morrison, and in the hole, the shortstop for the Bulldogs, Kenzie Carlo. Runner at first base is Morion. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a line drive up the middle, and then bobbled by the center fielder. So moving over to third base is Morion, and into second is Perseus Aguilar. So she continues her hot streak. She singles to lead for her first at bat here, and moves over to second on the bobble. Morion now stands at third, and the Bulldogs have runners, 2 of them in scoring position for number 5, catcher Kenna Morrison. 1 out, and the score 1-0 with the Bulldogs looking to add to it if they can. And the left-hander, Adriana Garcia, in the circle, taking a look over into her dugout, and her battery mate is that was a good wide zone. Caught the front end of the outside corner for called strike 1. And I was trying to find the catcher. That's Kinsey Rowland, her battery mate. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on. It's a hard hit ball to the left side. The shortstop will catch it, but unable to make a throw. So the infield single for Kenna Morrison is an RBI, and the Bulldogs now lead 2-0. Staying at second base is Morion scores. Staying at second base is Aguilar. And now first is Morrison, and that brings the shortstop, Kenzie Carlo, to the plate. Kenzie batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. Chopper over toward the on-deck circle for the Portales side of things. So strike 1. On deck is Madison Martinez, the first baseman, and in the hole, Zoe Warren, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. Wind still blowing out of the south and southwest, but doesn't look quite as hard. Going to bunt it down the first base line and goes foul. Boy, that was a good effort at a bunt, but it does roll foul for a bunt foul, strike 2. Carlo was 1 for 3 in game 1 with a run scored and a single. She has runners at first and second in front of her with 1 out. The pitch, swinging and a miss, and that is out number 2 on the strikeout. First strikeout of the ball game for the pitcher, Adriana Garcia, the lefty, and that'll bring Madison Martinez, number 10, to the plate. Madison playing first base here in game number 2, as she did in game number 1. She was 0 for 2 in game number 1, hit by a pitch and reached on an error and also scored a run. First pitch she sees is a chopper up the middle. The shortstop will get it and go to second base for the out. So that is out number 3 on the unassisted play at second base. So the Bulldogs get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on 4 hits. 2 runs, there was no errors, and there was 2 runners left on base. We have finished 1, and the score is 2-0 in favor of our Artesia Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back.
0% for 72 months is all the rage in June at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're so excited to announce that GM Financial is offering 0% for up to 72 months for qualified buyers on your favorite models like the 2021 Chevy Traverse and Trax, as well as the 2021 Buicks. We do have inventory arriving daily and invite you to come in and put your name on your next new car, truck, or SUV before someone else grabs it up. So come see us today on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or buy online at guychevy.com.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here going into the top of the second inning. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Portales Rams here in game 2. The score 2-0. And coming to the plate will be the DP, Bailey Hindenlighter, and she looks at called strike 1. On deck is Kason Mitchell, the first baseman, and in the hole, the third baseman, Emma Long, for the Rams. As Morrison sets up on the outer third, there's going to be a flare into right field, little line drive. You might get her at first, and they do. Wow. Coming in and making a great play was Zoe Warren out there in third base, right field, as it was hit sharply. And she caught it on one bounce on the charge and fires it to first base. So the rare 9-3 put out. We'll definitely take it. Kason Mitchell coming to the plate, the first baseman here in game 2, batting from the right side, and she wears number 16 on her red jersey. Winding the pitch, strike 1 called. Oh, nope, ball 1 called. Well, I mean, that was called a strike earlier. A little low, so ball 1, 1-0 the count. Inside pitch, that one's called a strike. So 1-1 now the count. On deck is Emma Long, the third baseman, and in the hole, the flex, and playing out in left field, Aram Lujan. Ground ball to the left side, foul. Picking it up and firing it over there anyway was Aguilar, but foul ball. So that's strike 2, 1-2 now the count on Mitchell. 1 out, and we're in the top of the second. The Bulldogs lead 2-0. As Kenna Morrison sets up on the outer third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the changeup. Got her out in front, and that is out. Number 2, and that brings the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Emma Long. And I said Lujan was on deck, or was in the hole, but she's the flex. So we're going to be back at the top of the order. Tegan Faust is actually on deck. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. So, whoa. Okay, strike 1 called. I missed that one. I was going to say ball on that one. 0-1 the count. Next pitch is in and down for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. On deck, the leadoff batter, Tegan Faust, the shortstop, and in the hole, Cashlyn Fraze for the Rams. As Mordion gets her pitch. Morrison, her catcher, sets up on the outside plate. And she did go. Home plate umpire didn't ask for help. He said she went. So strike 2, 1-2 now the count on the tried to be a check swing, but ended up going. Again, Morrison out on the very outside of the plate, and that's a foul tip into the glove, I think. Well, he didn't say foul tip. I thought I heard a tip, but it doesn't matter because that is strikeout number 2 in the inning. They go down in order with 2 strikeouts, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 1.5, and the score 2-0 in favor of our Artesia Bulldogs. Here from CVE and Artesia Ford Service, and then we'll be back for the bottom half of the second inning.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
Hey everybody, stuck at home? Let the folks at Artesia Ford Sales help you. If your car or truck needs service, Artesia Ford will come and pick it up and bring it back free of charge. This is available for customers who live within 15 miles of Artesia. So if you're stuck at home with the kids or work, don't worry about that needed oil change, recall repair, or any other maintenance need. Artesia Ford will pick up and deliver for free within a 15-mile radius of Artesia. Artesia Ford Sales, we're here for you.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here to get the second inning bottom half going as the Artesia Bulldogs are coming to the plate with Zoe Warren, and she looks at called strike 1 on the outside corner. We have an update as the bottom of the 6th, Goddard Rockets leading the Lovington Wildcats in the boys baseball game 9-6, and Roswell, as this next pitch is swung and a miss by Zoe. Good cut, down quickly 0-2 now. Roswell high 12, Clovis 2 in the bottom of the 4th baseball game. And we don't have anybody up in Portales, so I can't give you that score. That pitch misses it down and away for ball 1 to Zoe Warren. Softball. Bottom of the 8th. 7-6 Goddard over Lovington. There's a ground ball on the left side. Going to have to hurry. The shortstop's going to throw in not in time. As we're going to call that a hit for Zoe Warren as she hustled down the line. So the single to lead things off puts a runner at first base. And my pencil is running out of ink. You got a pen anywhere, Gene? I didn't bring one. Okay, try it. So Haley Tucker will step in, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, batting second here in the first. Tries to get a bunt down, and Zoe Warren hustles back into first as she looked like she was going to go, and she turned and come back. So we've got ball 1 to Tucker. It does work, Gene. Thank you. So standing at first base is Warren. Tucker now at the plate, her first time through to face the lefty, and she does get the bunt down. Good bunt. Going to throw it over, and everybody's safe. It goes into left field off the glove of the first baseman, into right field. And going all the way from home to first is Zoe Warren. Heads up play there by the coach and by Zoe as she's Coach Polito center when they threw that ball to second from right field. So she goes all the way from first to home on the error. And so the Bulldogs now lead 3-0, and Riley Crandall comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 up in the higher end of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Crandall grounded out her first time up, so 0-1 here in this ball game. She has a runner in scoring position in Haley Tucker. Next pitch, that's a line drive out to right center. That's going to score a run as it one hops off the fence, and Crandall will go into second base with a slide-in double. RBI for Riley. And the Bulldogs lead 4-0. So coming in to score from second base was Haley Tucker. And that'll bring Presley Skinner to the plate. with Riley down at second base. Skinner steps in, faces the lefty for the second time, looks at called ball one. She home runned. She home runned. I think you said you hit a home run or homered her first time up. So she's 1 for 1. Oh boy. As Garcia brings the pitch, swung on, pop fly to the left side this time, and coming to get it and getting there. And then getting back safely is Crandall. She had got off the bag a ways, but out in left field for the Portales Rams is Aram Lujan, and she did a great job as she chased that down kind of out there in no man's land, but she's able to get to it. And that is out number 2 here in the inning. And that'll bring Michaela Morion to the plate. She was hit by a pitch her first time up, so I misspoke a while ago. The Bulldogs had 3 hits, not 4, in the first inning, as I had counted her circling the bases because she scored a run, but she was hit by a pitch. Here's the windup, and the pitch bounces up there for ball 1. So she has run scored, hit by a pitch. Is Michaela in the 3-hole. Perseus Aguilar coming to bat here. She's on deck. The number 4 hitter in the lineup, and Kenna Morrison, the catcher, in the hole for the Bulldogs. Is there only 1 out? I said there were 2, and I think there's only 1. That pitch was a ball. So the count 2-0, and only 1 out here in the ball game. In the second inning. Morion steps back in, winding the pitch. Pop fly out to left field, left center, and it's going to carry. The center fielder will make the play. That's out number 2, and moving over on the sacrifice fly is Riley Crandall. So she now stands at third base with 2 outs. And to the plate. And the Portales coach comes out and talks to the umpire. Not sure, because we can't hear them, so I have no idea what she said. Well, I thought that. Jean said she may have asked if she left early at second, but normally they just throw it back there and then they make the call. Here's the pitch, swung on, pop fly on the infield. Third baseman calls her, but she drops it. So the run will score on the error. So E5, and Perseus reaches on that. And a run does come in as Crandall crosses home plate, so the score now 5-0. So the Bulldogs with second life here on that error. Kenna Morrison comes to the plate. She singled her first time up an inning ago and has an RBI. First pitch high for ball 1. On deck is Kinsey Carlo, and then in the hole, Madison Martinez. If we make it to Madison, that'll be the number 9 hitter in the inning. So runner down at first is Crandall. And that hit, it goes through the wickets of the third baseman. And so, how did y'all score that? A single? Okay, so Morrison with her second single in the ball game. And moving down to second base is Aguilar. So the Bulldogs continuing their 2-out rally here with number 12, Kinsey Carlo, coming to the plate. Morrison now 2 for 2 with an RBI, and she stands at first base with Aguilar at second. The score 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is low, gets away from the catcher for a moment, and everybody moves over. Good job there. Great heads-up running by Aguilar as she had gotten a big lead on the pitch and then just kept coming when the ball kind of skipped away from the catcher. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Aguilar at third and Morrison at second. And Carlo with a 1-0 count steps back in on the right side. The pitch swung on. It's a chopper to the left side. It's going to get by. And she's going to tag out the runner. So maybe a little bit of a running error there on the Bulldogs. That is out number 3. Did the run score? Didn't get across in time. All right, so the ground out, the fielder's choice as the shortstop tags out the runner. All right, so we had 1, 2, 3 hits and 3 runs on those 3 hits. There were 2 Portales errors, and there was 2 runners left on base. So at the end of 2 full, the score is 5-0 in favor of our Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Artesia Credit Union and Artesia Plumbing and Heating up next.
There is a difference When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency carrier unit. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back to the top of the third. First pitch to Tegan Faust, the leadoff batter for the Portales Rams here in the third, and she's the leadoff batter. Her second time up, she grounded that out her first time up. She looks at ball 2, so 2-0 quickly to her. On deck is Cashlyn Fraze, and in the hole is Adriana Garcia, the pitcher here in game number 2. All right, that pitch misses away for ball 3. And so what was that, Gene?
7-6 Goddard over Lovington, game 1, 8.
And that is the girls?
That's the softball.
Goddard 7, Lovington 6, game 1 of the doubleheader. Girls softball in 8. So they went extra inning. And that's ball 4, so 4 straight will walk the leadoff batter for the Portales Rams. That's the second walk issued by Morion. And that'll bring to the plate the center fielder, number 7, Cashlyn Fraze.
Now batting number 7, Cashlyn Fraze.
First pitch, she squares the bunt. The ball gets away from Morrison. She's going to fire it down and not in time. So the pass ball, it results in a runner moving down to second base. And that was ball 1 to Fraze, so 1-0 the count. If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs lead 5-0.
Must have been a strike. He said 0-1.
Oh, he called that a strike? Okay, 0-1. Maybe she left her bat out there too long. That one she gets back because she had squared the bunt, so that may have been why he called. So I just missed that. 1-1 now the count. After that pitch, she got her bat back. It was inside and low. Garcia on deck and Roland in the hole for the Portales Rams. Down by 5 runs. We're in the top of the third with nobody out but a runner at first base. She's going to get this bunt down. Good job there by Martinez as she comes and covers. The throw snaps her over by Crandall. Martinez comes down, picks up the bunt, turns around and fires it to the second baseman who was covering first, Riley Crandall. And that is out number 1, but it does work in terms of moving the runner over to third base. So Faust now stands at third base, and coming to the plate will be the pitcher, number 14, Adriana Garcia. She walked her first time up. First pitch, she fouls kind of straight down for strike 1. So that was 3-4 for the put out for out number 1. And now the coach talking to her batter. And she's a tall drink of water. It's hard to tell because you don't know the heights of everybody else, but the pitcher, Adriana Garcia, looks to be pretty tall to me. Say it again? 6'2". She's 6'2"? That's pretty tall. Strike called on the outside corner. So 0-2 the count to Garcia. She played basketball, right? Yeah, I thought I recognized her in those sports, volleyball and basketball. Sitting way up on the outside corner. Oh, and he called it. Whoa! And the snap throw down by Morrison to third is not in time, but that must have caught the front end of the outside corner because Morrison set up over in the left-hander's batter's box. The called strike 3, we will certainly take that. That's a strikeout, and that's out number 2 here in the top of the third inning. Now to the plate, number 21, the catcher, Kinsey Rowland. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Morion. Got her to chase one out of the strike zone. So 0-1 the count to Rowland. She is 1 for 1. She singled her first time up and made it to second base before the inning was over. And that time she checked her swing. He did say she checked. The umpire, I thought he was going to say strike, but he pulled back. So, he did call it a strike. Did he call that a strike? No, but I think he just said it was. So 0-2, I think he did say. So 0-2 the count. The pitch, strike 3, got her. Got on in that outside corner. That'll retire the side. 2 consecutive strikeouts. There were no hits, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We've played 2.5, and the score remains 5-0. We'll be back after this timeout. Roswell Seed, and I love their commercials. You got to listen to these guys. They're funny. Edge Safety also. We'll be back.
Well, the Geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
Edge Safety and Services, LLC in Artesia is looking for a responsible sales representative. Must be organized, be able to multitask, demonstrate leadership, and have great communication skills. Position requires a clean driving record, and you must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Position requires 3 years of sales experience and references. A valid driver's license will be required when submitting the application. Applications will be accepted in person at 2801 North Freeman in Artesia. Office hours are 8 to noon and 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, 575-736-1047. Equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Artesia Bulldogs lead the Portales Rams here in game 2, 5-0 coming into the bottom of the 3rd. And coming to the plate will be the first baseman, Madison Martinez, for the Bulldogs. She is 0 for 1 here in the ball game, and she hit into a fielder's choice in the last hit. First hit, she swipes that one on a rope into left field for a leadoff single. So now Madison stands down at first base with that rip into left field, and that'll bring number 3 right fielder Zoe Warren to the plate. She is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored is Warren. She'll step in on the right side. Runner down at first base is Martinez. Here's the pitch. She's going to square to bunt, pulls it back. Runner was off and running, and she is safe. She dropped the ball, I thought, but they're going to call her out. So the ball must have come back in her glove. And so that is an out on the attempted steal, out number 1. And I believe he called that a ball, the umpire. It was low, and I think Zoe got her bat back. So 1-0 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I believe it's 1-1. We'll see, like if he'll put up his tell us the count. Here's the pitch. Bounces up there for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. All right, so Garcia ready to go. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that's outside for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. Haley Tucker on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order. Riley Crandall in the hole for the Bulldogs. Zoe Warren at the plate. There's a pitch called. Strike 2. So now full count to Zoe Warren. She is 1 for 1 in the ballgame with a single and a run scored so far. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 5-0 Bulldogs. The pitch high. Ball 4. She'll take the base. So Zoe Warren now down at first base, and Haley Tucker strolling to the plate. Haley reached on an error her first time up and scored a run an inning ago. So we'll see if Coach tries to move the runner over with the bunt. We've seen that multiple times when we've had a runner at first base. The next batter in the lineup tries to bunt him over. And Haley steps in. Here's the wind and the pitch from the lefty. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit to the right side. That's going to bring Zoe all the way from first to home. Tucker will go into second base with a stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting there as she stroked that out to right center field. It goes all the way to the fence in the gap. And so the double and RBI puts the Bulldogs on top 6-0. And we're at the top of the order with one out as Riley Crandall comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 in the ballgame with a double and an RBI and a run scored. Swing, and she hit that a ton, but it's foul down the right side. She roped it down there, way out in front of the pitch for a long strike one. Presley Skinner on deck and Michaela Morion, the pitcher, in the hole here in the bottom half of the third inning, and the Bulldogs leading 6-0. They won game one, 17-0. Crandall steps back in, faces the lefty, and that's inside, ball one. 1-1 now the count. Adriana Garcia, the lefty, and 6'2" is what we were told. She is tall. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on, and I think that's bye-bye. See ya. Crandall smokes that one, hits a ton into the air and a ton out of here for the home run. 2 RBIs on that home run, and the Bulldogs now lead 8-0. Boy, she got every piece of that ball. That was deep and high and deep over the right center field fence. And that'll bring Presley Skinner to the plate. She's 1 for 2. She has also hit a deep shot in this ball game as she smoked one over the center field fence her first time up. She flew out her second time. So the Bulldogs now lead 8-0. We're in the bottom of the third. There is one out, and the score 8-0. And we're going to change softballs, I think, as the pitcher rolled it in. Well, no, she's just waiting on her pitch, I guess. Now she gets it. And pitch is in there, and it's popped up on the infield. Well, it's into the outfield. It's going to fall. It falls between everybody, and Skinner just keeps running. She slides into second base as there was a triangle out there in right center field. The second baseman, the center fielder, and the right fielder converged on it, but it falls between them. And Skinner, with her speed, she never slowed down, and she gets a double on that play. So she has a double and a home run now and stands at second base with one out, and Michaela Morion coming to the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Ball one, low and away. On deck is Perseus Aguilar, and in the hole, Kenna Morrison, the catcher for the Bulldogs. As the pitcher having to shade her eyes, the sun starting to go down here, and as that ball is high, going into third base pretty easily was Presley Skinner, as the third baseman wasn't expecting it. The catcher comes up throwing, but the third baseman was standing up down the line towards home, so Skinner goes in easily with another stolen base for her. So she's 60 feet away, and Morion steps out and now back in. The count 1-0. Here's the wind in the pitch from hard hit down the line, foul. And we almost got a pirouette again, but she didn't have to that time. Got behind her. So 1-1 now the count to Morion. On deck is Aguilar, and in the hole Morrison for the Bulldogs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-0, bottom of the third. Oh, there's 2 balls, 1 strike. Okay. I failed to write that one down as the catcher is fixing her knee protector, knee guard, Kenzie Rowland. All right, so she's got that fixed, and stepping back in is Morion. And the wind and the pitch from the lefty. Misses away for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. So Garcia gets the pitch, and it's there. It's a pop fly to the right side. Coming in hard as the right fielder, and she is going to make the catch. Tagging up and scoring will be Skinner. So the sacrifice RBI for Morion, and the score now is 9-0. As scoring from third base. Boy, that is just a killer when you get that kind of speed. She goes on just a pop fly single. Really, she goes to second on it because of her speed with her hit. That for most human beings would have just been a single, but Presley so fast turns it into double, then steals third, and then there's a hit, and that should be gone, and I'm going to say that's a dinger for Perseus Aguilar. She is just on point as she hits that one over the left center field wall on a rope. There was no doubt. As soon as she stroked that one, it was gone. So the Bulldogs now lead 10-0, and that'll bring Kenna Morrison to the plate. So Aguilar, she is 6 for 7 in the ball game. She's reached every time. That one time she hit a hard shot, it was an error on the third baseman as it hit right into her glove and she dropped it. But wow, 2 home runs. She's got 2 singles, a double, and a triple. I'm talking about 2 games. And she also has 6 RBIs over these 2 games, does Aguilar. And the score now 10-0 here in game 2 in the third. Morrison steps in, a little pop fly to the pitcher, and that will end the inning. But boy, the Bulldogs do some damage as they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 2 of which were home runs. And they score 5 runs off those 5 hits. There was 1 error, and there was nobody left on base. After 3 full, the score 10-0 in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs. We'll be back.
Does your insurance agent treat you like family?
Insurance Corporation is programmed to build interpersonal relationships with members of family units. We communicate on a four-name basis with all customer numbers.
Only a human who knows you can create a plan that's right for you. That's why for 80 years at Farm Bureau Financial Services, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
I'm Brandon Williams, Artesia's local Farm Bureau agent. Call us today, 746-2171.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Artesia High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to the Mack Chase Complex, Bulldog fans. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs are leading here going into the 4th inning, 10-0 over the Portales Rams. And the Bulldogs do their high-fiving in the circle. We have Tucker out in left, Presley Skinner in center, and Warren in right. Carlo and Crandall up the middle, shortstop and second base respectively. Aguilar and Martinez on third and first. And Kenna Morrison's the battery mate to Michaela Morion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And I laid my pen down somewhere. So number 3, Olivia Gonzalez at the plate. She is 1 for 1 in the ballgame. She singled back in the first, then was stranded at first base. Here's the pitch inside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. On deck is number 15, the second baseman, Cedia Aguirre. And in the hole, number 23, Bailey Hindenlighter, the DP here in this ball game. 1-1 the count, nobody out. Top of the 4th. The pitch inside for ball 2. 2-1. Gene and I were talking on the break there. There was 3 home runs so far in this ball game, and I think that there were 3 in the first game. I'll have to go back and look. That's a base hit up the middle. Good seeing eye single. Crandall gave good effort but couldn't get there. So the single leads things off here in the 4th, puts a runner at first base and brings to the plate Cedia Aguirre, the second baseman. She is 0 for 1 in the ball game. She hit into the 1-2 force out. The bases were loaded back in the first, and she chopped it back to Morion, who came home with it to end the inning on the force out at home. So she steps in 0 for 1 from the right side. Nobody out and a runner at first base. As everybody on the right side of the field is squinting their eyes, the sun getting them good. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. Called strike one. The snap throw down not in time. So 0-1 they count to Giddy. Hindenlighter on deck and Mitchell in the hole, the first baseman for the Rams. The shadows are getting long out there, but boy, on the right side, it's blinding. Swing and a miss. Chased it. It was a high and outside pitch. It was unhittable, but she tried to get to it. Oh, so we got some defensive changes that I didn't catch. I'll get those in just a second for you, Bulldog fans. Here's the pitch. High, ball one. So who's at shortstop, guys? Kaylin Martinez. So Kaylin Martinez now at short, and Kenzie Carlo moves to first, and that's called strike three. And that's out number one with the runner at first base. So coming to the plate is the DP, number 23, Bailey Hindenlighter. She's 0 for 1 in the ball game. And that first pitch is good job there by the catcher for the Bulldogs, Kenna Morrison. That was inside bouncer, and she scooped it up as she got her whole body in front of it, had to go inside. And then she fires it down to first base, but ball one, keeping the runner at first base. So Hindenlighter hit it a pretty sharp rope out to as she squares the bunt. She tries to get the bunt down. That's strike one as she's unable to do it. Her first time up and coming up hard on the ball was Warren, and she fields it on the first hop and fires it to first base for the out. So kind of a rare play there, 9-3. But in fairness to Hindenlighter, it was just that kind of a play as it was a hard hit ball and fell perfectly for the Bulldog defense. Foul ball, we count 1-2 now for Hindenlighter. Kaysen Mitchell on deck and Emma Long in the hole for the Portales Rams. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper down the left side. Foul. So the count remains 1-2. The wind looks like it's picked back up some as the flags are flurrying out there. I look down at the JV field. They're ahead 13-1 in the fourth. The Bulldogs, I should say, are ahead. They won game one. I think 18-3 is what we decided. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit up the middle for another seeing eye single. So with one out, the Rams now have runners at first and second. And that'll bring Kaysen Mitchell to the plate. Number 16, the first baseman here in game number 2. With runners at first and second. She's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Struck out in the second inning as she steps in on the right side. Morrison looking like she's setting up on the outer third of the plate, which she does. Tries to get a bunt down. Run. Oh! Is that interference or no? Because she tried to throw down and the batter never moved and the throw hit her. Okay, well, he called her out, which is what I thought should be the right call. So they're going to talk about it. The Portales coach come down and said she still had a foot in the box, and so we'll see. The home plate umpire has called the batter out, but he's talking about it with the field umpire to see if he can give him his thoughts on whether the batter was still in the batter's box. No, he's going to stay with it. So the batter is out. So Kaysen Mitchell is out at the plate on interference, and that is out number 2. And that'll bring number 5, I thought. Nope, number 11, I'm sorry. Third baseman, Emma Long, coming to the plate, number 11. And the runners don't go back? I thought they did. No, they haven't gone back, but I think they're supposed to, or I thought they were supposed to. Well, we got runners at second and third. They have not sent them. But our Coach Polito's saying, wait a minute, they need to go back. So Coach Polito comes out, and she's going to clarify and ask the question, do the runners go back? And I'm thinking they do, but I may be wrong. So now they're going to talk about that. I'm pretty sure that's what Coach Polito is asking. Do the runners go back on that play? And now the home plate umpire is going to walk out and talk to the field umpire, who's talking about it with the coach for Portales. And it looks, and they're talking about it up here in the tackle box, but we'll see what the umpires decide if they got to go moving back. So they're going to talk about it. Coach Polito still standing out on the field, and the coach for Portales. Yeah, that would be a dead ball out. So they're still talking and discussing it, but I think that's probably what the discussion is about, whether the runners stay where they're at or they move back. So they are going to send the runner back to first, and the runner, stays at third. So interesting. All right, so PA, what just happened? So we have a Coach Polito still questioning it, asking why the runner stays at third base. I mean, obviously I'm not down there. I think I could turn up the mic, maybe hear him. You want me to? Yeah, I was going to say I could. Well, we can't now. The music came on. Yeah. All right, so Coach Polito's still getting clarification, and are they going to send the runner back to second is the question, and the answer looks like no. Portales coach still arguing it. So whatever the Portales coach said, I mean, she was talking to the field umpire, saying, and I saw her point at the runner at third saying she needs to stay here, and that is where she's at. So runners on the corners, 2 out, and at the plate is Emma Long, the third baseman, as Morion ready to go. And Morrison setting up on that outer third. She squares the bunt, and I think called it a ball. So 1-0 the count as she pulled her bat back. On deck is the leadoff batter, Tegan Faust, and in the hole, Cashlyn Thraze for the Rams. 2 outs, 1-0 the count, 10-0 the Bulldogs lead here. Again, she squares the bunt, and that's called strike one. 1-1 the count as she pulled the bat back, but called a strike on the outside corner by the home plate umpire. So 1-1. Here's the pitch, swing, and a chopper foul backwards for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Morion taking a look in, as is Morrison, to the home dugout. They get their pitch. Morrison's going to set up almost in the other, and she got her to swing and miss, and that is strike 3, and that is out, number 3. So there were 2 hits, but no runs on those 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left on base. We've played 3.5, and the score remains 10-0 in favor of our Artesia Lady Bulldogs. We'll come back for the bottom half of the 4th right after this timeout.
In Domino's, 42 is the number that you need to win. 42 Construction has been winning for their clients and are ready to earn your business on your next home or business project. 42 Construction specializes in exterior renovations to include roofing, fascia, soffits, and seamless gutters. Using quality materials, they can make everything new and long-lasting. Share your construction project with 42 Construction today and see their winning formula for your home or business structure. They are licensed, insured, and bonded for your residential and commercial needs. Learn more at 42constructionllc.com.
This week only, Castle Rentals has dropped all prices on all new rent-to-owns and cash buys by 15%. Castle Rentals is pleased to recognize the heroic service of our first responders. As the Tunnels to Towers exhibit comes through Artesia, Castle Rentals wants you to know that patriotism still exists here in Artesia and at Castle Rentals, where all new cash buys and new rent-to-owns have been marked down by 15%. At Castle Rentals, your local fun rent-to-own store, 2616 West Main in Artesia, where they're proud to be Americans.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here going into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Portales Rams 10-0. And at the plate is number 12, Kinsey Carlo, and she'll look at ball 1 outside. 1-0 the count. And in the on deck circle is number 7 for the Lady Bulldogs. And you guys told me, but I have forgotten who number 7 is. That is Kaylin Martinez. Ground ball to the shortstop. She picks it up, fires it over. Not in time. That's an infield single for Carlo. She beat that out. It was close, but I don't think she would have got her. The ball was bobbled and got through, but I'm going to give her a single because she just beat it out. So that'll bring Kaylin Martinez to the plate, batting from the left side. Taylin Martinez. I was saying that wrong. And strike 1 on the effort there. Taylin went into shortstop in the top half of this inning, and now batting in place of Madison Martinez as Carlo moved from short to first and stayed in her batting order. Here's the wind in the pitch. Low and inside, gets by the catcher. And I'm going to call that a wild pitch. Moving down easily is number 12, Kinsey Carlo. So she now stands in scoring position with nobody out. And Taylin Martinez at the plate with a 1-1 count. Zoe Warren on deck and Haley Tucker in the hole for the Bulldogs. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung and missed. Good cut. Came up empty, so the count goes to 1-2. Garcia ready to go. The wind in the pitch, and that's high for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. So her first time through is Taylin Martinez here in the batting order. And has a 2-2 count with nobody out and a runner in scoring position down at second base in the form of Kinsey Carlo. Swing and a miss, chased a high one, and that is out number 1 here in the inning. And that'll bring Zoe Warren to the plate, the right fielder, wearing number 3 on her white jersey. On deck is Haley Tucker. Then we're back to the top of the order as Riley Crandall waits in the hole. 10-0. Bulldogs lead. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. Warren is 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, and a run scored so far here in the ball game. So her third time through as she steps back in with a 1-0 count. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Tucker on deck and Crandall in the hole for the Bulldogs. 1-1 count and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 10-0 is where we stand on the score. Bulldogs won game 1, 17-0. Here's the pitch high, ball 2. And Roland will kind of chase the runner back at second. Comes out of her stance in there and tosses it to the pitcher, Garcia. All right, so 2-1 the count with 1 out. And Warren waiting patiently in her batter's box. Now we're ready to go. Garcia with a pitch. Got her swinging on strike 2. So 2-2 now the count. So the JV game has been wrapped up. The game 2, the Bulldogs won that one. What was the score? 16-1. The Bulldogs win. There's a line drive out to left field. That will fall fair, and that'll be an RBI. And rounding first and going into second with the sliding double is Zoe Warren. So she now 2 for 2 and an RBI and a run scored. And the Bulldogs lead 11-0. And to the plate, number 1, Haley Tucker. Haley is 1 for 2. She reached on an error in the second, doubled in the third, and had an RBI and has scored 2 runs. So Tucker steps in on the right side with a runner down in scoring position. Here's the pitch. High and away for ball 1. On deck is the leadoff batter, Riley Crandall, playing second base here in game 2. And in the hole, center fielder, Presley Skinner. And I've talked about it all season long, but these Bulldogs are deadly from 1 to 9, every batter. And there's another base hit out. Well, let's see if the center fielder can get to it. She cannot. The base hit out the center field, a little looper. And coming all the way around to score is going to be Warren, as she never slowed down. Coach center. And Pertalis got caught sleeping there as the center fielder tossed it to second. So kind of nonchalantly. So coming in to score on the single is Zoe Warren all the way from second base. So Tucker with the RBI, and that brings us to the top of the order. And the last time we saw this young lady up, she hit one, a long ways out into the parking lot. Here's the pitch. Oh, I don't know if that was on purpose. Probably wasn't, but in the majors you would have said it was. It was high and tight after a home run. So Crandall will step back in with a 1-0 count. She is 2 for 3 in the ballgame with a double, 3 RBIs, and a home run. And 2 run scores, and she looks at ball 2. Presley Skinner on deck, and Michaela Morion, the pitcher, in the hole. As the Bulldogs now lead 12-0 here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Strike one called on the outside corner, and it looked like she thought about cutting it that one and sending it to right or left field, but she decided not to pull the trigger. So 2-1 the count. Is Crandall ready to go from her left side batter's box? That's high. It gets by the catcher. So a passed ball will move Tucker down to second base. And the count now 3-1 to Crandall. So looking for a pitch here, hitter's count. She has a runner in scoring position at second base with a 12-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And only 1 out. The pitch. And she did it. She hit it hard out to right field, and that's going to be caught, and the runner will stay. So she took that hitter's pitch and just missed it as she flies out to right field for out number 2. That'll bring Presley Skinner to the plate. Presley is 2 for 3 in the ballgame with a home run, a double, and 2 runs scored. As she also bats from the left side. Here's the line in the pitch. Just missed away for called ball 1. Presley Skinner. That's 4. Here's the wind in the pitch. And that one called strike 1. Caught the outside corner. So 1-1 now the count.
It's all good. It's all good.
1-1 the count. Adriana Garcia ready to go, the tall lefty. Here's the pitch. Going to bunt it, and it's going to be a fair ball, and she's safe easily. I mean, she was on first base when the catcher picked the ball up. That's how fast she is. That's just crazy. Good bunt single there for Presley Skinner. And down at third base is Tucker. And at the plate is Michaela Morion. She is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice RBI and a hit by pitch and a run scored. So she has a run batted in. First pitch, swing and a foul ball back between the catcher's and the umpire's legs. So everybody will go back. Skinner was off and running. Strike 1 on the foul ball to Morion. On deck is Aguilar, and in the hole Morrison. For the Lady Bulldogs, 12-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch, low and away, and she is running. The throw down is not in time, and coming home to score on the throw easily is Tucker. So another run crosses the plate, and moving down to second base is Skinner. And now Morion and Coach Polito are going to talk about it, and the umpire going to go out and talk as Coach Pertalis had come out, and maybe she thought she left early at first. And they're going to say safe. She's just that fast. I mean, it doesn't look right because she's so fast. You think she had to have left early. She was at second base before the pitch got there. She wasn't that fast, but it was close. I mean, she's fast. All right, so the count 0-1 to Morion and 2 outs, and the runner at second base is Skinner. The Bulldogs now lead 13-0. Pitch misses away, 1-1 the count. Perseus Aguilar, who home runned. I did it again. Hit a homer. her last time up, is on deck, and Kenna Morrison is in the hole. Here's the pitch. High. So 2-1 now the count to Morion. Two down and 13-0. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's a hard chopper or line drive down the line, but foul on the third base line. That's going to make its way all the way into the corner, so the left fielder will go out and get it. And everybody will get reset. We see a lot of twos up on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2. And a runner at 2. Second. Deuce is wild. All right, Garcia ready to go. Here's the pitch. Just missed for a full count now, that ball. So Morion with a full count. Man, I've got a catch in my throat. Oh, something flashed. Pitch, swung on, hit well to left field. Does it have the legs? It does not. It bounces into the fence, but that's a stand-up double for Morion. Now she's going to go on to third on the throw as it went to no man's land. So Morion with the RBI double moves over to third on the throw. And the Bulldogs, boy, she hit that really high. That was a mile high, and it hit right in front of the fence, bounced straight up into the fence. And that brings Perseus Aguilar to the plate. And to say that she's been hitting would be a vast understatement. She is on fire. So with Morion standing down there at third base, he looks at ball 1. Does Perseus Aguilar. She is 2 for 3 in the ball game. She's reached all 3 times as she reached on an error in the second. She singled in the first and hit a home run in the third. So she has 1 RBI here in this ball game. Had 5 in the other one. Pop fly over to the right side. That will, did he get out of play? Oh, it falls. We couldn't see her. She went kind of toward the first baseman, tried to make a play over against the dugout, and it does fall for strike 1 on the pop fly foul. The catcher, number 5, Kenna Morrison on deck. And Kenzie Carlo, who was playing shortstop, has moved over to first. She's in the hole for the Bulldogs. As Aguilar steps back in, here's the pitch. Swing, and it's a number to the second baseman, who picks it up and goes to first, and that will end the threat. So, you know what? I guess Perseus is human. Not by much, but 4-3 the put out, and that is out number 3. But we batted 9 in that inning. There was 1, 2, let's see, that was out number 3, 4-3. We batted 8 in the inning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. There was an error, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 4 full, the score 14-0 in favor of our Artesia Bulldogs. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Top of the 5th coming up.
Your pet is an important member of your family. That's why at Artesia Animal Clinic, we strive to provide complete care for your pet. Our services include dental, lab, preventative medicine, surgery, and ultrasound, along with herd health for our livestock friends. We also know how busy you are, so we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. Meet our doctors and staff by visiting artesiaanimalclinic.com or just drop by our clinic at 110 West Mahone, across from the Artesia Ford Service Center. Artesia Animal Clinic, serving the needs of your pets and livestock 24/7, 365 days a year.
Are you still wanting to get your COVID-19 vaccine? Vaccines are now available to New Mexicans who are 12 years of age or older. Register with the New Mexico Department of Health at cvvaccine.nmhealth.org to schedule a vaccine appointment at the location of your choice. Artesia General Hospital will continue to offer the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine by appointment every Wednesday. Visit artesiageneral.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Thank you for helping our communities reopen by getting vaccinated.
All right, just got an update from Gene Dow. The Lovington Wildcats leading Dotted Rockets 2-1 in the game 2. First pitch, we got some changes here. Madison Martinez now in the circle. Riley Crandall moves over to shortstop. Morion moves to second base. Here's the pitch, swung on, and foul back to the net. So 1-1 the count, as we have number 5, Tegan Faust at the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a walk, and now has a 1-1 count here in the top of the 5th. Madison Martinez back to work, swing and a miss. Good outside pitch. That may have been called a strike anyway, but she took a cut at it, so 1-2 now the count. And we are below 100 degrees, I heard. Gene told me a while ago. Forgot to mention that. High for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Cashlyn Fraze on deck and Adriana Garcia in the hole for the Rams. Our score 14-0, and I think it's 10 runs after 5. Is that right? So they've got to score at least 5 runs as that ball gets outside and low for ball 3. So full count now to Faust with Fraze on deck and Garcia in the hole. So the Rams have to score 5 runs to keep the game going. Artesia Lady Bulldog JV, they sweep the JV from Portales 16-1 and 18-3 as I see them making their way over. Little chopper on the swing, foul ball, so the count remains full to Faust.
Artesia won the first game 13-2. This is the bottom of the first inning. Portales is up
2-0. Okay. Little slap hit to the third baseman. Aguilar scoops it, fires it over in time. 5-3 the put out. And so we did just get an update. The Bulldogs win game 1 in Portales, 13-2, and are down in the bottom of the first 2-0 to the Rams. So the Bulldogs looking to stay perfect in district, and looking to get the sweep over the Rams. But right now down 2-0 in game 2 in the bottom of the first. Thank you, sir. All right, so Fraze steps in, and she looks at ball 1. Great play there on defense. I didn't say much about it, but Aguilar came charging in on that little slap hit to the third base side. She scooped it and fired it over in time for out number 1. So Fraze steps back in. 1-0 the count. Pitch is high, 2-0. She's 0 for 2. She struck out back in the first and grounded out. As the Bulldogs went 3-4. First baseman to the second baseman who was standing on first base. The 2-0 right down the middle, called strike 1. On deck is Garcia, and in the hole Roland for the Rams. And again, they've got to get 5 runs here to keep this game alive as we're in the top of the 5th and the Bulldogs lead by 14 points, 14-0. Wind in the pitch from Martinez, swung on, foul ball into the net on the right side for strike 2. So 2-2 the count as Madison Martinez takes a look over to the dugout, as does Kenna Morrison, the catcher. And Morrison's going to set up way outside. The pitch, chopper to the first baseman, and that will be an easy out. Unassisted over there for Kinsey Carlo. She fields it and touches first base for out number 2. So down to their final out is Adriana Garcia will come to the plate, the pitcher here in game number 2. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and she was stranded at third base back in the first inning. Part of that, that change up didn't quite make it there. The catcher, Morrison, jumped outside, but then maybe that was by design to make the batter think that it was coming out there. 1-0 the count to Garcia. She again sets up on the outside to the right-hander. The pitch, she goes right down the middle for called strike 1. 1-1 now the count. The catcher, Kinsey Rowland, on deck, and the right fielder, Olivia Gonzalez, is in the hole for the Portales Rams. As again the pitch comes in to Madison Martinez, and she's ready to go. Setting up on that outside, and the pitch is out there low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Just a reminder, the Bulldogs baseball doubleheader has been moved from Saturday to this Friday night. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate. Got her to cut at it and come up empty. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. So down to their final strike, possibly, as Morrison again sets up on that outside. Here's the pitch. Foul balls into the back into the netting. So the count remains 2-2. The girls will be at Goddard Saturday, and all the games, I think Gene told me, every game we've got in our district will be online and on the radio, I think you said. Yeah. So Friday night and Saturday we'll have full coverage of District 4, 4A. Pop fly to the right side, and Carlo will go. Oh, and it goes off of her glove as Kinsey Carlo was over there, and I think maybe the sun had something to do with that, but she was looking up into the sun. It goes out in and out of her glove, so another chance here for number 14, Adriana Garcia, as she'll step back in on the right side with a 2-2 count. And 2 outs. Madison Martinez ready to go. Morrison out. Oh, now she moves back inside. There it is. And that is strike number 3. And that is out number 3 on the swing. And the Bulldogs will get game 2, 14-0 on that strikeout. So we're going to take a break. I'll come back with your final stats after this timeout. Bulldogs win. Bulldogs win. They sweep the Portales Rams 17-0 and 14-0 respectively. Stay tuned for the final stats.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Bulldog Pride is about family. It's about being the best both in the game and in the community. It's about giving your all and having your teammates back. This is Pastor Jason Perry, and here at New Hope Baptist Church, we can relate to the Bulldogs. Our church is a family, and we focus on allowing the Lord to be the best both in our church and in our community. Here at New Hope, we know it's a new year, and there's new hope for a new you. We're praying for Bulldog victory in the game and victory in your life through Jesus Christ.
First American Bank offers mobile banking for our business and personal customers. With our mobile apps, you are able to check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds, set up transaction alerts, and more, all from the convenience of your phone at any time or from anywhere. Plus, with Snap Deposit, you can make deposits by taking a picture of the check with your phone. Shop your app store to download your mobile apps today. First American Bank, your community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Welcome back here, Bulldog fans, as the Artesia Bulldogs get game 2 and they sweep the Portales Rams. The final score 14-0 here in game 2. Getting the win for the Bulldogs, Michaela Morion. Coming in relief in the 5th inning was Madison Martinez. And taking the loss was Adriana Garcia for the Rams as she pitched the entire game. For the Rams, they get no runs. They did have 4 hits in this ball game. There were no Bulldog errors, and the Rams leave 6 runners on board. And again, they batted 5 innings and they scored 0 runs. For the Artesia Bulldogs, they scattered 16 hits over 4 innings, 14 runs off of those. There were 4 Portales errors, and the Bulldogs leave 5 runners on base. The Bulldogs scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to get those 14 runs and win by the 10-run rule after 5 innings. Riley Crandall, she went 2 for 4 with a double, a home run, and 3 RBIs, as well as 2 runs scored. Presley Skinner went 3 for 4. She had a home run, a double, and a single, just a triple short of another cycle, as we had a cycle in game 1, and she flew out in the second. She scored 3 runs and had 1 RBI. Michaela Morillon, the pitcher that won the ball game, she was hit by a pitch in the first. She had a sacrifice fly RBI in the third, and she doubled in the fourth with an RBI. So she was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and the double. Perseus Aguilar, she showed to be a little bit human. She only went 2 for 4, so she batted .500. She reached 3 times, once on an error. She had a single and a home run, another home run, as she got a home run in game 1, and she had an RBI and a run scored. Kenna Morrison went 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and an RBI. Kinsey Carlo was 1 for 3 as she singled and scored a run. Madison Martinez was 1 for 2 with a single, and then Taylor Martinez came in and got 1 at bat and went 0 for 1. Zoe Warren was 2 for 2 with a walk. She had 2 runs scored, a single, a double, and an RBI. And Haley Tucker went 2 for 3, reached all 3 times, reached on 1 error. She scored 3 runs. She had a double, a single, and 2 RBIs. So the Bulldogs offense once again proves to be fantastic, and they win 14-0. All right, so this week we will have a doubleheader Friday evening, 4:30, and follow 6:30 or 7. The Bulldogs will be hosting the Goddard Rockets. And then on Saturday, we will be at Goddard as our Lady Bulldogs will look to continue to stay perfect in district, and they'll have a doubleheader at Goddard, and we will be there. So on behalf of Gene Dow, our producer, and our camera folks, we want to thank you for tuning in here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, and we will see you Friday night.
We here at Sondy Stockton State Farm Insurance are joining our State Farm family in taking steps to make sure we can continue to serve you and maintain the health and safety